Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a little bite-sized beauty segment today. So Victoria Beckham, if you weren't aware, like I literally wasn't aware until I received them in the mail, that she launched her own cosmetics brand. It's really cool. I loved her line with Estee Lauder and I did a review on it. And so I'm really excited to see that she has launched her own makeup. I love her style. She's really chic and I'm definitely trying to be more chic. So she is a bit of an icon for me. Sorry, I just realized my contour is... Oh. She launched 2 types of eyeshadows and an eyeliner and an eyeliner pencil sharpener. A small amount of products, which is, a great start. Color is a great place to start because people of any skin tone and eye shape and whatnot can use it. So I think that's really good. I love the packaging. I filmed myself unboxing what she sent me. I had tried the eyeliner, but then I put it back in and then I was like, okay, I'll just film this later. So this is me unboxing it. So guys, this is how it came in this little bag. Apparently every time you order off their website, you get it in a bag like this. They didn't send me everything. They picked some colors, I guess one of everything. So the first thing I got was this Satin Kajal liner. I love the packaging, firstly. It's this cardboard. And then this is the liner. This is what it looks like. It's broken because when I went to draw it on the back of my hand, it actually just snapped off, but then I smooshed it back on very expertly, and it actually is working now, like 2 hours later that I've gone to do this. And the shade is Bordeaux. I'm quite impressed that it managed to work even after it broke earlier. And then this is the Smoky Eye Brick. I'm gonna try to get, there's some really nice looking colors that I really want of this. This color, aside from the blue one, is probably like the one I'm least likely to get. It's very warm. It's called the Tweed palette. The packaging is gorgeous. It has like a faked tortoiseshell metallic cover, and then on the inside, I love how it's like this. It maximizes the space inside, so you actually get a lot of eyeshadow. It's extremely heavy, guys, because it's metal. I guess she's calculated how much you might use of each one, so she's got a really large like transition shade, and then you could use that as an eyeliner or whatnot, you know what I mean? So I'm still gonna use it even though I wouldn't normally use these colors. Hi iPhone. But yeah. And then this is a sharpener. I'll probably use this before I use it on my eye. And then the other thing she gave me is the Midnight Lid Luster. It's a blue. Packaging is gorgeous, so it's the midnight shade. And this is what it looks like. Ooh, oh gosh, it just all there. I mean, it's beautiful, but I feel like it doesn't go great with the palette they gave me. But I'll still try to use it in the tutorial. I'm just gonna have like a hella colorful look. So let's go back to my makeup room. So, okay, I'm gonna start out. This is the little eyeshadow palette you just saw. So it's the tweed one, and I put on a little black outfit today. It's just black. I did wanna wear pink, but I was like, if I'm wearing blue and then this tweed palette, like, is it gonna clash? The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It is quite small, but as you can see, the shadow takes up the entire pan and they're not in separate pans. So you are getting more than what you think when you look at it as a palette from the outside. It's quite small. These shadows are a little bit warmer than what I would go, but let's see how they perform on my eye. I'm gonna put them on without primer on one eye and with primer on the other eye. Okay, a bit of eye primer. This is the Smashbox one. Did anyone like the Spice Girls? I loved the Spice Girls, but the girl who I got dressed up as was not Posh Spice, it was Sporty Spice. I definitely didn't identify with Posh Spice because she was like sexy and I was 6, so I was like, Sporty Spice, she is a vibe. So my mum at Christmas, well, sorry, Santa got, but she just bought me these 3-stripe fitness pants from Target and I was always Sporty Spice wearing those. So good. So I guess I'll just do like a typical eyeshadow look that I would normally do. I'll start out with this large eyeshadow. It's pretty cool that she's done the shadow that I know myself I would use the most out of this palette. This shadow is called Caramel, Cashmere, Oxblood, and Rust. Mirror is nice and big, so I can use that. This side here is the one without the primer. This is the side with the primer. Keeping in mind I have a little scar on my eye right now. You probably can't see it, but it's like flaking. I don't know what happened. Very pigmented. Nice, I have no complaints, that's nice. And that's on the side with the primer. So just dipped into caramel again, and I'll do it on the side without the primer. I feel like it goes on better without the primer. Sometimes primer can be a bit grippy, So sometimes it's a good idea to take like a translucent powder over the top of your primer, but I didn't do that today. It just means you might have to work a bit harder with the blending. As you can see, that one blended out a little bit faster. I've dipped in again. I'm trying to get more pigment. Maybe I didn't dip hard enough. Can you see how it's warm, guys? Like the more I'm layering, the more warm I'm seeing it. It looks okay, but warm pales me out a little bit. There's that. It's nothing to do with the quality of the shadows, it's just not the shades I would have picked for myself. Then on a smaller brush, I'll take caramel and I'm just gonna pack that into a more concentrated version of what I just did, so not blowing it out. Love this mirror. The product is heavy though. I'm not a weakling, but this is heavy. I think that looks good. I really like the look of this purple. Same brush. I'm gonna put that right next to it. Oh, pretty. Oxblood. I hate the word oxblood. They use it a lot in fashion, and I really hate it. Shadow is really pretty though. This color, Rust, I guess I'll put that in the center of the eyelid. Here we go. Let's just use it as something that blends into whatever color I've got in the inner corner, which is nothing. Wow, I would never normally pick an eyeshadow like this Rust one, but I actually am really vibing it. Do you guys think this color looks good on me? Because normally I would definitely stay away from anything called Rust. After I put that caramel color through my crease, everything's blent? Is that past tense of blend? No, blended. Blend. I feel like blend makes sense. Now that I've blended everything together. Wow. English is a trip. Since I put that shadow in there, everything is blended really well. Like both on the primed eye and the non-primed eye. So I have every color on my eye right now. I didn't put anything in the inner corner because I didn't fancy any of those shades in there. I'm just gonna take that original blending brush and blend it out. So their website says that the Smoky Eye Brick and Tweed features warm shades from terracotta to deep plum for a new neutral. It's dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, safe for sensitive skin, gluten-free and soy-free, which is cool. So the palettes are inspired by Victoria's signature smoky eye and iconic style. They're richly pigmented in a curated selection of shades in smooth satin matte finish. So they are all matte apparently, but satin matte finish. I do see some glitters sprinkled through that you can't see on the eye, so it must just be for looks in the palette. You might not even be able to see it on camera, but there are little flecks throughout the palette. But yeah, I definitely agree that the product is extremely smooth, blendable, pigmented. I'm really happy with the effect that it got. I will now, I'll wear this out and see how it wears, see if I get any compliments, see what people say. I'm gonna take, I think I like the plum underneath. Easy, blended. I feel like something that I have just noticed doing this is that there's not too much difference between the plum and the brown. Like it's not very plummy when you put it on. You know what I mean? It looks very similar to the other colors on the lid, which I guess is not a bad thing, but in the palette it's very defined plum. By the time you put it on your eye, it looks a little bit more like the rest of the shades. But not necessarily a bad thing. Once again, taking my original blending brush, making sure it's all soft. Gorgina! Now, moving on to the Victoria Beckham Lid Lustre in Midnight. It's glorious, like it's beautiful. I would recommend as you take the cap out, you twist it as you take the cap out, because if not, I had a chunk stuck to mine like you saw in the video before. But these are quite popular, this type of eyeshadow now. So the cool thing is her eyeshadows are all satin matte, but then she has these really nice little pots of a fun color for the weekend, or a fun color if you're just feeling like that. So they are loose eyeshadows, but they're kind of pressed into here. You'd have to be careful you can't tip it upside down. I'm just gonna take some on my brush, and I'm actually gonna put this on the lower part of my eye. I don't know how pigmented this is. There is no mirror obviously because it's a pot, so I'll use the same one. Just gonna pack this under here. Ooh. I got a lot in my eye because I didn't use, you know, it's the first time literally touching it, so I should have probably used a smaller brush, a more compact brush, because this one is the shading brush from Real Techniques. So you obviously don't discard the cap, you need that to make sure everything's pressed inside. I'm going to take some concealer, this is the Beckham one. Now, the eyeliner I got is in the shade Bordeaux. As I said, it was broken when I got it, so I'm going to take off the part that was broken. It just literally broke off like that. And that is not abnormal. I'm not going to hold that against them. To be honest, I try not to use my aircon too much in my house, so my house is kind of warm. I like it to be warm. So if you have your makeup stored at the correct temperature, I'm sure it would be fine. But I'm just gonna sharpen it. The sharpener is great, it's happening well. Things are going great, sweetie. Wow, it's sharpened really well. Nice and sharp. So let me apply this now. Again, using the mirror from the first palette, and let's see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't break. Now, it does also have a smudger on the end if you want to use it, but I think I'm gonna use a brush. It's a very cherry red. It's very pretty. So I usually like to apply it, blend it out, then reapply it, then blend it. You know the deal. It blended so easily, so easily. Great. You know, I think I could have got it more intense under there with the blue. I really want to show you how good I think it can be. So I'm gonna take more of the blue. Yes. Way better. Can you see the difference? Now I'll apply mascara just because I'm being cheeky. I'll use the Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder one, which I loved. Obviously they don't sell it anymore, so. I feel like because I've gone and blended so much, it's gone a bit patchy, which doesn't normally happen with my eyeshadows. So let's take a close-up look. I feel like there in my crease, it's a little bit patchy. This eye with the primer looks good. There is a random brush hair there, but otherwise it looks good. The side without the primer is definitely patchy in the actual socket where I've tried to layer the Bordeaux and the Cashmere shadows. It does not look the best there on this left eye. This right eye, I think, is blended nicely. But yeah, this eye definitely, and I feel like the more I blend, the shitter it looks. So I have dinner in less than 30 minutes, so I'm just gonna slap some lashes on. So with the lashes on, I feel like you can see the patchiness on that left eye less. I'm definitely bummed because it was looking good, and I just feel like the layering with that eyeshadow didn't perform that well without the primer. Again, with the primer, bueno. Without, no bueno. Should I try to pack it on? Because to be honest, I don't like leaving the house with bad makeup, especially to go to a work party. I'll take some of Ox Blood. I'm gonna pat that there. The thing is, what I feel like it's done is I feel like the darker eyeshadows have gathered everywhere except a little line in my crease. So it's kind of separated there, and it just doesn't look as good as I hoped. Okay guys, I'm gonna wear this makeup to the event. I really do like the eyeshadows. I feel like normally I do prime my eyes, so I guess it doesn't matter that much that it's minorly separated a little bit in the crease where I did have to do a lot of blending. There is 4 eyeshadows layered there because I used all of the shades there pretty much. So I'm gonna go to my dinner and my party now, and I'll be back later tonight to let you know how it goes. See you then. Guys, I'm back from my 2 events. I went to dinner at Catch. I had sushi. I actually have started eating raw fish since moving to LA, and then I went to a party for BoxyCharm. I've been out for about 6 or 7 hours. Shockingly, the eyeshadow has creased on this eye. Like, let me look over here, guys. It has creased right here. I'm shook because not usually my eyeshadow does not crease, even without primer. With primer, it's fine. So if you're the kind of person that uses primer, great. If you're the kind of person that creases even with primer, I would be wary of this product because even without primer on someone that my eyeshadow does not normally crease, it has creased. So I'm experiencing that. Victoria Beckham is really branding her cosmetics brand as clean. And so I'm willing to give it a pass, like that tiny little crease that I have on my eye. I'm willing to give it a pass because I did get compliments on my eye makeup tonight. This is the biggest first world problem in the world, the fact that I have a crease on my eye. Like, it's not that big a deal. But I'm just shook at the difference between primer and no primer. If creasing is a problem for you, this product may cause issues to you. I'm gonna go take my makeup off, put my skincare on, get ready for bed, and then I'm gonna settle down and I'm gonna buy more of her palettes because I really like them. I love the clean beauty movement. I'm definitely trying to move myself into using more clean beauty products, of course. I am about to go buy literally all the shades that I like in her products. So I'm out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of my bite-sized reviews and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.